Hello and welcome to another video, and I've got so much to do today, but something else Amico related came up again, and I figure I've got to cover it. And it's the main man himself. Tommy Tallarico has done an unboxing of his physical products, or whatever he's calling them. So yeah, I'll get onto that in a bit. Just a quick plug first of all for my The Guest limited edition 4K box set full unboxing. It's 12.5 minutes of meaty goodness, and me on screen as well. And yeah, so go and have a look at that. I'll put a link in the video description below, and do let me know what you think of that. Go and post a comment on there. Everyone's loving it. 4-0 so far. Okay, so just before we get to Tommy's latest opus, because he waffles on for a bit, this is well, the Intellivision Amico Reddit, the unofficial one, was calling Tommy has reached peak advertising, and he's got so bad that he's basically Tommy's shilling for DJC Game Studios. The one where I was ranking the soundtrack or the album the other day, including his wonderful "I Want My Amico," and he'll be wanting for a bloody long time. Tommy's now advertising his CD. So, and pretty much I've contributed as well. Every single post on the Amico, the official Amico thread, Intellivision _Amico is the unofficial one, but just Amico is the official one. Every post on here is just getting downvoted to hell. You know, I mean, there's a lot of certain individuals on Reddit anyway, but yeah, I could go all day about them. But yeah, so you can. Yeah, what are your thoughts? I bought 3 8-packs of the CDs, and I did. I'll unbox them later. My physical products. So yeah, and this is interesting as well. Obviously the NFT, RFID, whatever it is. Someone's actually read the cards. This thing that you're supposed to tap on the console, and it comes up and tells you what. Anyway, it downloads. Tapping the thing on the console triggers the download for the game. But according to this, all it does is just show a web link. You probably just heard a burp then. That's it. There's no actual. There's nothing. So people are buying stuff, and I mean, obviously, it's not the console's never coming out, so they won't have to prove that it works because it doesn't. But all it does is take you to the fucking website. To a website that doesn't exist at the moment anyway. So, yeah, that's it. That's what you get. It's not downloading anything. It's just taking you to the website. Maybe the 3-hash number that someone's suggested that it triggers a download. I don't know, but you know, if all that is just a number, then anyone could type in the number, and they'll just take control of the game and get the game. I mean, quite frankly, if anyone did get an Amico, if it did come out, they would just extract it all and just put it up on the internet anyway. But, you know, this is, that's it. That's all you get. You tap and you get a web link. Fucking hell, what's a joke? I don't know what to make of that. Apart from that it's a scam. Anyway, just another thing moving on before we get to Tommy. Now I thought, well, a couple of things here. I thought, well, originally they're called physical products. OEB Pete here is calling them physical limited editions, and then Tommy seems to call them both physical products and boxed editions. He doesn't even know what his own products are. Is it a physical product? Is it a boxed edition? What is the official name for him? He doesn't bloody know. But what a lot of the Amico cults are sort of kind of getting. Look, I seem to have been hit number 11111. What the Amico cult seems to be getting in a tizzy about at the moment is that they seem to have come across what they call variants. By that I mean, look at the brain jewel thing. That is the thing where obviously you got the 3D lenticular card. And when we saw it on Tommy's original video, the coin was at the top, and this RFID card was at the bottom. and they're saying it's a variant that it's the other way around, with the card at the top and the coin at the bottom. It's not a variant. They're putting them together in Europe, I understand. I mean, they'd get far better value by outsourcing them to China, and getting a better job done, it seems, than doing them in Europe. But yeah, they're just the people in the factory who are just probably on a minimum wage, if that, are putting these things in upside down. But to the Amico cult, it's a variant. They're not wired right, are they, at all? Oh yeah, just one last thing before we get to Tommy. This is a Nintendo Life article. They reviewed the Evercade versus. I've not got one. Not fussed about it, quite frankly. They just make the point at the end that it starts at just £90, including one cartridge and a single controller. And it says when compared to other competing retro products, that's impressive value for money. For example, the off-delayed Intellivision Amico will cost you almost 3 times that amount, which it will. So yeah. So even if the Amico did come out, then it's fucking dead in the water because of things like this. And so we get on to the main event. And it's Tommy Tallarico. Yes, Tommy Tallarico. He's unboxing his own boxed editions. These are boxed editions, not physical products. Who knows? And he's disabled the like-dislike ratio because he knows he's going to get ratioed on this particular video of his. I know the comments, I won't go through all the comments. I mean, obviously Tommy's replying to them all. Thanks for the insights. My favourite artwork is biplanes. Never noticed the font difference. So, well, yeah, if you actually look, biplanes is in not in bold font like the others. So it just looks a bit. It's just like quality control had the day off, basically. So it's been lots of fun seeing all the unboxing videos from the various Amicoans. You mean the Amico cult? OEBP, Tatari Creep, weirdo. Retro Bow, and so on and so on. Just yeah. Anyway, let's get on to this. Must we? Yes, we must.
Hey there, everybody. I haven't done a video in a long time.
Oh, just say this is fair use. If he's thinking of throwing a copyright strike. Fair use.
But I thought now would be a cool time to do a video because.
And just as we go, okay, this is pretty much a blind reaction, but I did just have a quick look at a couple little bits. I just flicked through it very slightly, and I mean, talk about avarice and greed and all the rest of it. This is where your money's going. Look at that. He's got a fucking Leela doll from the Fifth Element. He's got a few other things that he likes from the Fifth Element. Well, at least one thing. The thing he uses to open the box with. This is where your money's going. You think, I mean, he tried to sell 50,000 copies of these box products, box editions, physical products. Physical products, physical products, physical products. That's Woody Woodpecker, for anyone who didn't realise. Yeah, he, where was I? I mean, this is, he wanted to sell 50,000 of these games, and they've only sold 10,000. And no one's going to buy any more unless it's the Amico cult buying more. But had they sold all 50,000, then they would scoop in revenue around about $1 million. And it's not going to fund the Amico or any of that shit. The fundable's clearly gone by the wayside because I asked him, let's pick his nose while we're at it. I asked him what the deal is, about the fundable, and he just blocked me. Twat. So, so if you want to know where the money's going, it's not going towards making the Amico. It's buying a fucking life-size Leela doll in your fucking house. How fucking stupid is that? And how stupid are these people buying this fucking shit? Don't give him your money. Look on my website, DVD Fever, Mark Pollard. You'll see what I fucking went through. And he is fucking Mark Pollard number 2, but scamming fucking loads of people. So, take it from me. Do not give him your fucking money. Get out. Get your money out now. Stop buying shit from this fucking idiot. This fucking scamming fucking cunt. Stop buying shit from him. Please, for the love of all that is holy, stop buying from Tommy fucking Tallarico. Tommy Tallywhacker. Getting angry now. Let's see what he has to say, this twat.
Because the Intellivision Amico boxed editions started shipping out, and a lot of people have been doing unboxing videos for our physical products. And I purchased 2 sets.
You own the fucking sets. Why would you purchase them? You're giving money to yourself? Oh, God.
So I thought, hey, why don't I do an unboxing video of our own products and share with you some maybe kind of insider things. And also, I want to share a secret that we haven't even told anyone ever before, and about the limited collector's editions and some of the things that make them so.
He's obviously he's also spending your money on Grecian 2000 to stop going grey.
Special. So let me see. Let me the camera around here, and
this is where your money's going.
My,
this is where your money's going. He's built a fucking. So I saw the first couple of minutes. He's built a fucking a chair to play games with. I mean, to be honest, I play like WRC10. Great game. I played that with the PS5 joypad. Loved it. I'd love to actually drive a car with a joypad. Never mind a wheel, and make the car automatic gears. I mean, my car's a manual gear. Make it automatic, because even if you have an automatic car, though, automatic gear car, you've still got to move it into drive and then into reverse and all the rest of it. Just give me, a joypad, and I can just play it with that. I can control the car with that. I would love to give that a fucking go. Someone please make that a reality. But yeah, Tommy's buying this expensive fucking seat here to play driving games, and as he says in a minute, the that headset is an official Ferrari set of headphones. It must have cost a fortune. That's where your fucking money's going. So you, DJC Game Studios, you paid $450 plus shipping to get those fucking bits of cardboard, which apparently don't even close. That's something else that's been talked about lately. You open them up and then they don't even bloody close. And you're just giving it to this fucking twat. This bloke is just scamming you. Stop it. Stop giving him money. He's just spending it on shit like this, expensive shit.
This is my Formula One chair that I made. It's actually, this is the really cool Thrustmaster. It's got the Alcantara.
Sounds fucking expensive.
Steering wheel, and I went and bought the actual real Ferrari headphones.
Yeah, because you just keep giving him money hand over fucking fist.
Yeah, these are butt kickers, and I set them crank them.
If anyone needs their fucking butt kicked, it's this fucking idiot.
All the way, and I actually put 2 on there. There's 2, so it really, when you go up,
Hope it boots him through the fucking ceiling.
Off the road, it rumbles like crazy. There's the egg from the golden egg from Wonka, scrumdiddlyumptious bar, fudge mallow.
What in the world? The fuck is this? So now he thinks he's fucking Willy Wonka. Oh my good God. What? Why would you have this in your house? Just why? Oh, what? Where'd you get this shit from anyway? He probably had it made, custom made. Who would have this in their house? Unless they had more money than sense. More money from idiots buying bits of cardboard, so then you can just give them the money directly. Why doesn't he just set up a PayPal and you just pay it directly to him? And then he can just go and buy all this shit. Fucking hell.
Wonka bar golden ticket. Oh yeah. I got all of the everlasting gobstoppers. Actually, that's not true. I sold one to Slugworth. I'm not going to lie.
What? What? So he's... Oh, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, he thinks he's fucking Willy Wonka. I mean, Willy Wonka, who... I don't know, you like being surrounded by children. And I really don't know where to go with all this. It's just... what in the world? I'm staggered. I've got to lie down.
Okay. Anyway, there's the man. Woohoo!
Oh, if I... Oi.
Okay.
Hang on,
Let's get to this.
Back up.
Okay. Anyway, there's the man.
Right, hold on. I said there was something Fifth Element coming up. It wasn't that I was thinking of, because he uses... I won't talk about... I'll mention it now, because he brings it up in a second. A Fifth Element key. The key to... that has that walking robot thing has on the end of its finger at the start of the film. Time's not important, only life. And he just sticks his finger out, and it's got the key on the end. That's what Tommy uses to open up this fucking box. Doesn't use like a sharp pen or whatever, or just your fingernail, or just a bit of fork or something. He just buys a fucking sharp Fifth Element pin to fucking open his boxes with. But see, he's got one of the elements there. This man has got more fucking money than sense. And apart from his Ferrari, and his massive house, if you go see Smash JT's mansion tour with Tommy, this man's got more money than fucking sense. Maybe it's because he's the cousin of Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. I don't know, but maybe you just inherit money when maybe Steven Tyler's got more money than he knows what to do with, so he just gives it to all his family, and then he hangers on like Tommy. And so Tommy just buys all this random shit with it. But what a waste of fucking time and money.
And woohoo! Okay. Let's get to this. So I'm going to use the key from the Fifth Element.
How much did that cost?
To open the box. I don't know how I'm going to open the box and hold the box. So actually, let me put this down here.
I'm amazed he doesn't pay for staff to do this for him.
Here we go. Okay, put the packing. So here it is. We got bubble wrap. This is good.
Oh, so these things do come separately. So you just have to buy them in multiples of 4 and 8, but they still get sent out separately. It's a fucking scam. Some people might actually buy them if they're individual. Even if it's $20 each, rather than pay $80 for 4, because no one wants Brain Jewel. I remember Brain Jewel just reminds me of when I was a kid, and Atari VCS, the 2600 was all the rage, and there was brain training. I know there's a basic maths, or basic math, as it was called, game. No point spending 30 quid on a game that just had basic maths questions, because what was the point of that? But just no one wants individual games. Which company sells them sensibly in multiples of 4 and 8? Fucking just wanted to scam you and part you of your money so they can spend it on fucking Fifth Element pins to open stuff with.
Very cool. All right. Sitting here on the floor, and here
Happy console gamer.
They are now. Let me see, missile command. So one of the things,
it's missile, not missile,
that I wanted to point out is that people, one person, Jeff from Go Game Go, or as I like to say, Gogamego, he found
what?
A variant, and the variant was,
it's not a variant. I've already explained that.
Is that when he opened it up on accident, it was an error in the factory where the card was at the top and the coin was at the bottom. There's only one that I know exists of those, but if you wanted to find out without...
Oh, Beat's probably pleasuring Tommy as we speak.
Opening it, if you just look at the box, the top of the box, you should see the coin there. And if you look on the side, right there, you can see where the card is. So if you have a box that's like this and the coin is on the bottom, see if that piece there, the circular thing is on the bottom, you have an ultra rare. Fuck off.
Nothing is fucking ultra rare, you fucking moron. It's some fucking idiot in the factory who's getting paid tuppence an hour is just putting this shit together without any thought whatsoever, without any care or attention. And yet, to you, it's a fucking ultra rare thing. You are a fucking scammer. This is basically, he's trying to sell you, leads on to goes back to the Willy Wonka thing. This is basically, he's trying to sell you like a golden ticket. Trying to make it sound like there's 5 in the world. And, if you get one, you've got the golden ticket, the ultra rare golden ticket. And, it's a variant. The only fucking variant is like the Delta variant. I think that's gone to Tommy's head. Nothing's fucking rare. You just bought something that someone's put that together in the factory with all the due care and attention of when I worked at Little Chef when I was about 18, doing it as a weekend job or a holiday job in between school and going to uni. I didn't give 2 shits about that job. I fucking hated it. And I did the most minimum work possible. So we got paid less than minimum wage because minimum wage wasn't even a thing at that time. I didn't give a shit. And whoever's putting this together in the factory doesn't give a shit either. Oh.
Factory error variant. And I don't know. I'm going to check all my variant. And I don't know. I'm going to check all mine.
Okay. I just rewinded just slightly and just gone back a little bit, because at this point he starts playing a bit of music, and I don't want to have music. I mean, what's he just going to do? Just open them all to Speedy Gonzales music? I don't want a copyright claim on my video, so yeah, I've just muted it for a second because he's just doing it all fast anyway. So, he's not actually opening them anyway. So this is an unboxing without unboxing. That's novel, isn't it? Has the music stopped yet, or let's just see. Right, I think so no variant.
That's all right. So what do we got going on here? Let me go through a couple of these things and give you some insights. Probably one.
Yeah, just oh, what? Go away. Yeah, just chuck them all in there.
So what do we?
That's what OEB Pete and Turbo Joe will be doing in January, February when the Amico does not come out, and they've got nothing better to do with the boxes other than recycle them, because OEB Pete really loves about the fact that you can recycle them, and so he's just going to stick it all in a fucking landfill. Can throw himself in there as well. Fucking idiot. But yeah, just chuck it all in. It doesn't matter. You've only paid $20 each for them. Dear oh dear.
Got going on here. Let me go through a couple of these things and give you some insights. Probably one of my favorite 3D cards is Moon Patrol. Actually, Finnegan Fox and Dynablaster are actually really cool 3D cards. They just came out the best. If I had to choose a favorite out of all of these games, I think Moon Patrol cover is my favorite in the 3D.
Along with the Star Fox text as well.
Is really amazing. These are the English version or the North American versions. You'll notice that you'll see
Tommy speaking English.
The writing in Spanish, English, and French. So all of North America is covered with these, which is great. So let me tell you something special that no one has ever said or been told before.
You were going to admit that you're a scammer. Is that the news you're breaking today?
So you see how it says limited collector's edition, and a lot of people asked me initially. They said, "Well, what's going to be the difference between the limited collector's edition?"
Now, yeah, he's going to say between that and I presume between that and it not being a collector's edition. And before they said, I wonder if he's changed his mind, because he said it was the only difference between the two is that it just won't say limited collector's edition. You'll still get your card, you'll still get your coin, you'll still get your fancy, all the same shit inside the box will still be there. It just won't say limited collector's edition, but it'll still have all the same shit. Just absolute nonsense. But let's see if he's changed his mind.
And any of the other editions that are like that come after this, so.
Well, there won't be any other editions. This is it. He's made 50,000 of these games, and they've only sold 10,000 of them, and they won't be selling any more.
This is to represent, we put that label on there to represent the first 50,000 that are going to be printed, right? So we thought that was a cool way to distinguish all of these. So after these 50,000 are gone, there won't be, and that's 50,000 total. So there's 8 games. We did, some games had more than the others, so it wasn't spread out evenly. And so there are some.
So how does that work with if you're selling an equal number of boxes of 8? What do you do? Just make extra ones later? Not that they will sell out, but anyway. So I suppose it's a moot point.
Some games that are actually more rare. I'll divulge that info maybe later on. But anyway.
Probably when he's explaining it to a court of law when a class action suit is brought against him.
So people asked me, they said, well, from the physical packages, what's difference between these and the ones that'll be, eventually everyone would be able to buy everywhere? Is it just the Limitor's Collector's Edition? Is that the only thing that's different with the box versions? And I said yes, because that's the only thing that's different for the actual box.
So it's not limited at all. Well, it's limited to as many as he can sell, obviously.
But no one actually asked me what if there was anything else different from the software side. So there is actually something that I will divulge now that I've never talked about. So when you take the RFID card and you tap it on your console and you will download the game, in our user interface, when you go to pick that game, a screen will come up and it'll show the game, a video of the game running, which is really cool. But you'll actually be able to go in there, and if you have any physical version, your Amico will know that, and in the menu screen there will be different things that you'll be able to look at. Like, for example, you'll be able to look at the coin in 3D. You'll be able to look at the 3D card there.
He's making this shit up as he goes along. There's no difference whatsoever. He's just saying you're going to get... So he's just making this up as he goes along. You're not going to get anything else on your bloody... your system at all, because it's not coming out at all. Who is believing this shit? He's just saying this so that OEBP, BPBBB, Wanker, and DJC and Turbo Joe and all the other Amico weirdos just then go make another video about it. Who says, wow, we are going to get something amazing new after all. Wow. Oh, God, thank you, Tommy. Suck. You're going to give us something extra. Yeah. He's not giving you anything extra. I mean, judging by the way some of the cult behave towards him, he might pass on an STD, but apart from that, you're not going to get anything extra out of him. That's bullshit. That's absolute fucking bullshit. You lying bastard.
On Amico, so there's little digital tokens.
Why don't you just show it off? Switch on the Amico right now and show it in action. You can't, because it doesn't fucking work, because the system isn't finished, the UI isn't finished, the back end isn't finished, the servers aren't on, and this is just... No, there's nothing there. There's nothing. All it does is just give you a fucking link to the game, to the website. Sorry, not even a link to the game, it just includes a link to the website. It's bullshit.
If you will. But if you own the limited collector's edition version, well, on your Amico, when you go into that game, there's going to be something else very special. And again, I'm not going to reveal what that is, because then it kind of spoils the surprise.
Because he's just made it up on the spot. He doesn't know. He's bullshitted. It will have something in there. I'm not telling you what it is. Yeah, he's all tell and no show. Lying twat.
So, 2 things were announced. That when you own this, and you have it in your Amico will actually be able to tell that you own the boxed edition, and there'll be some extra stuff. But if you own the limited collector's edition, there's even more cool stuff on there.
In fact, why, if this is so amazing, why is he showing it on his own YouTube channel rather than the Intellivision one, which has about 15,000 subscribers? This is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. Maybe all the rest of the staff got sick of him bringing the whole reputation down of the company and just said, look, Tommy, just fuck off with all this bollocks. Stop having these, stop shoving a camera in our faces when we're trying to have lunch at work and we're all trying to pretend to have, bonhomie going on, and just stop bothering us. And so he's just doing it all on his own channel instead.
I'm going to go through these really quick and tell you some of the things about the games. Why not? So Moon Patrol is really cool because you can play, and you can see on the back it says 1 to 4 players. So you say, well, how are you going to play Moon Patrol with 4 players? There's 2 ways.
One at a time.
Actually, one is co-op mode and one is versus mode.
Well, versus mode is 1 at a time. Co-op, how do you have 4? Well, you have 4 moon buggies on the screen at once, do you?
So in co-op,
where's the footage of that? Oh, you haven't shot any yet, have you?
Mode. Everybody, you can play up to 4 players, but you actually get to choose what you want to do on the vehicle. So if there are 4 players, one person might jump, one person might be the front cannons, one person might be the top cannons, one person and might be the speed up and slow.
What a load of old shit. Talk about complicating something that didn't need to be complicated. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Controlling a moon buggy with 4 players. The whole point of Moon Patrol is, because the original arcade, it's a very good game. The whole point is that it's a very complex thing to get to grips with. It's a simple idea, but it's quite challenging in that you've got to jump, you've got to fire all over the place, you've got to speed up, slow down. You've got to have one mind controlling all of that, and you've got to be right on your mettle to make sure you don't crash while jumping and while shooting and all the rest of it. You can't have 4 people taking control of that. Oh my god, I've never heard the like of this in all my days. You are an absolute bullshitter in the extreme, Tommy Tallarico. How has he got a third? Has he got a middle name? Is that T as well? Tommy Tallarico. What is he on about? This is bullshit. Why are we seeing footage of that happening? That is bollocks. He's talking out his fucking arse.
Down, and you can do any combination of those. And then in the versus mode, you'll be able to where you control a vehicle, and the color of the vehicle is the color on your controller. And then when and you try to get as far as you can, and all of the other people playing, they're the spaceships, and the color of their controllers, the color of the spaceships, so they're trying to bomb you. We're going to be going into...
And all this is going to be within the $10 price tag, is it? You can't even get the proper text on your fucking game. Moon Patrol is a very simple game. It's a challenging game. It's a very simple game that's already been made. But he's saying he can't even be bothered to write 4 lines of text to go with his public demo of Moon Patrol. Yet he can suddenly say that this game will have 4 people controlling the fucking moon buggy, or a version that has some people playing the buggy and some people playing the aliens shooting down. No. That is bullshit in the extreme. What fucking planet are you on? Jesus H. Christ.
The color of their controllers, the color of the spaceship, so they're trying to bomb you. We're going to be going into like deep dives of all these games.
When? Oh God, I can't wait to see this. This fucking bullshit. He's going to say, because we're supposed to have like gameplay some point in October, which never happened, and he's just going to delay this until after Christmas, and then he's just going to shut Intellivision down because they've got no money left. They've got no money left. None of this is happening. None of this is fucking happening. Bullshit.
Soon. So I don't want to give away too much, but that's something that's really cool about Moon Patrol. Missile Command. Gosh, we have
Missile.
so many. This is such an in-depth game for something that's kind of so simple. But again, up to 4 players, and we have versus mode and co-op mode as well. You can see there. You can have shields. There's smart bombs. There's lots of different things you can pick up. You can slow down time. You can stop time.
Sounds like you've been watching too many Japanese videos on certain websites. Time stop.
Lots of different cool pickups. And
not that I've seen those myself, you understand. A man down the pub told me about them. Thank you.
Using the touchpad, the touch screen, to control your reticle on screen is so cool. It's way better.
Which, of course, he's demonstrated time and time again. Not.
Than trying to use like a D-pad or a analog stick or a joystick.
Yeah, God, yeah, analog sticks and joypads and D-pads. God, why have we been using those for the past 40 odd years? God, we are such suckers, aren't we? We should have been using these fucking little touch screens all the time and circular nonsense. You know, the things that just apparently I never had an Intellivision at the time, but apparently everyone hated them at the time when they came out. So, but Tommy's decided to bring it back. You know, the fucking if the analog sticks and joypads and D-pads weren't working, you know, do you think Nintendo, Xbox, and Sony would still be using them? No fucking chance. He's a fucking bullshitter.
Missile Command was never, really able to like get that same feeling because the original had the trackball, which is the best. But I tell you, using the screen as a trackpad is really cool.
I'm surprised he hasn't just manufactured a trackpad and just sold that. Sell the accessories now. He's sold the games. May as well make the accessories now as well and put them out for a console that's never coming out. He can make even more money. He can just make a shitty little trackball and put that out for people to buy. God, they would buy it. Make it like $80 a piece. And Dom, stop giving him ideas.
Dyna Blaster, of course, for those of you who know, this is what they called Bomberman in Europe back in the day. And so this is, but we have this very special version. We actually helped to redesign this character internally in-house. Mike Dietz, who was the artist on some of these covers, helped to design that. Mike Dietz was one of the original animators on games like Earthworm Jim and Disney's Aladdin. We've worked together for over 30 years. Again,
blah, blah, blah. Have we seen any footage of this game? I don't think we have. Have we seen any? I don't... Maybe we've seen a very brief demo. I don't know. I understand it's a bit like Bomberman. From what I remember, I don't know. It's been so long since we've seen anything of this. Maybe it was back when it all began. I can't remember anything offhand. But he looks like the Bomberman character, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But I don't know. Well, so that top image looks like it could be a Bomberman thing. So maybe it is, and I've just forgotten. I don't know. But yeah, it's we've not seen any proper gameplay of that, so that's very telling.
And Dyna Blaster, 1 to 4 players, very fun game. Lots of different ways to play. There's tournament modes, there's single player modes, there's co-op modes, really great. Finnegan Fox, here we go, 4 players as well. And people,
the game that what's it called? Fox and Forest, a pixel game, 8-bit game, and he's just turned it into some sort of flash bollocks. So it looked and played, and he made it very simplistic, so it's not difficult. And we've only seen one level of that anyway, which is probably a demo. So yeah, none of this has been made. They've mocked up some pictures for the box, and we've seen no footage. And it's a dumbed down version of a game. that came out ages ago. So, pass.
Say, well, how do you play 4 players on this platform game? Are there 4 players? No, this
Don't ask Tommy, he doesn't know. Oh, hang on, he'll make something up.
one we just kind of added the 4 player. You know, some of these games were designed around 4 players. Dynablaster, Missile Command is a perfect example. Other games like maybe Moon Patrol and Finnegan Fox were kind of like added in there. You know, the main way to play this game is single player, but again, because we want to put every single one of our games have multiplayer in it, we, you know, kind of added that into Finnegan Fox. And so
How, Tommy, how?
And this was based on the original Fox and Forests, was the original game. It was a pixel game. It was a Kickstarter that came out a couple years ago. And we contacted the team who were working with us doing Shark, actually. And we sat down, me and the designer Rupert sat down and said, how can we, you know, really redesign this game? And so many things that we did differently. Of course, all of the art is completely different. All of the audio we redid. I did all of the sound design personally, me and my good friend Joey, who's
Bullshit.
worked with me for, again, almost 30 years or over, maybe 30 years at this point. But we redesigned the levels. We put in new maps. We made. I mean, there's so.
But why? So why have you not shown any of this? You've not shown any of this. You just you've just shown one level. Why have you only shown us one level?
So many things. New animations. New ways to die.
None of which he's shown us. He's making up on the spot.
New areas. We made the game a lot easier. A lot of the frustrating things from.
Yeah. Why have a challenge when he can just make it easy? Why don't you just give him infinite lives? You know.
Fox and Forests that brought it from like a 10 to like a 7.5. All of the things that brought it down to a 7.5, we actually fixed all of those things. And
fixed. There's only one fix, and you're fixing it for you to sail off into the sunset with everyone's money.
And then we added this 4-player. And so basically what it is there's these scrolling levels, and you can play up to 4 players, and you can battle to get who gets the most coins and stuff.
What? He's making that shit up as he goes along.
Battle to get who gets the most coins and stuff. Well, again, we'll be going into all this soon. Rigid Force Redux. I can't wait for folks to play this one. Really cool. We
got to show us some gameplay.
Added a 2nd player. We added art. We added.
So it's just R-Type, but with 2 players, which presumably that game has that option anyway.
Audio, new music, new sound effects for some of this stuff. The way we control the ship is very unique and super cool.
How exactly? How? He's not said. Oh dear.
Brain Duel. We haven't showed a lot of this yet.
Haven't shown any of it.
And very much looking forward to showing people this. These 2 characters are actually. This is my grandfather, and this is my sister Karen, and so we kind of modeled the characters after them.
So he's just trashing the family legacy. Well, he's got form on that one, hasn't he?
Which is kind of neat, just something we did that's different. And this one's really fun. It really uses the touchscreen in a really
How? Show us.
Cool and unique way. So imagine playing.
Yeah, imagine. You've got to imagine, because he's not showing you.
Like a brain style game, and then but everybody has like the problems to like the answers on your controller, or problems that you have to work on your controller, and the main screen has like the initial problem up here. This is like would be the main screen, but on your touch screen, it's really cool. So really looking forward to that.
And all that for a game that will digitally be $10. Bollocks.
That one. Evel Knievel. I worked with Evel Knievel's eldest son. His name's Kelly Knievel. A great guy. And here's another one where we added, this is very different. There was a mobile version of
Mobile.
this game that came out, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. It's no longer available. If you try to get that in any of the Apple or Apple Store or
Yeah, I'm sure there's various. I'm sure there's variants. Yeah, there's various versions you can probably play online or for free on mobile, without spending any money whatsoever. Yet somebody wants to package up the same thing and sell it to you for $20 as a physical box product.
for iPhone or
Android.
for Android.
Yeah,
It's unavailable anymore. But we basically took that game, which I thought the basics mechanics of it were so much fun, and then we spent another year to year and a half making it even better.
Perhaps the reason why it's not available anymore, I've not checked. Perhaps it's not available anymore because nobody wanted it. That's probably the reason.
New vehicles, a whole new.
He spent a year and a half. His team has spent a year and a half on this fucking game. Seriously. A year and a half on this shit. What? You know, the team of The Last of Us Part 2 crunched hard to get that game out, for last summer 2020. And now that's putting together a complex game with some fantastic visuals and some amazing combat and stuff. And his team has spent a year and a half on this fucking shit. It's oh god, this is just the bullshit just writes itself, doesn't it? Well, the bullshit speaks itself from the fucking arse of Tommy Tallarico.
Multiplayer mode. People say this is the most fun they have with multiplayer.
The most fun they have. The most fun you have, it looks like, it's just throwing the games back into this big box. That's the most fun we've had so far.
Ton of new animations, a ton of new ragdoll physics, completely redid the entire physics engine.
Why would you? Why on earth would you? If something worked before, why would you redo it all? He's acting like he can't leave well alone. And as a result, as we saw on the video where he went around the workplace on that Friday lunchtime, the staff couldn't bloody work it. There's like 4 of them playing the multiplayer one where they all shoot off a rocket and try and land on the target, and 2 of them couldn't even get it off the launch pad. And he's trying to reinvent the wheel, according to what it sounds like, if he'd actually bothered, if this was true. But it's reinventing the wheel that doesn't need to be reinvented. Bullshitter.
Of the game, new vehicles, all brand new audio from scratch, all the sound effects. I mean,
Why would you bother?
Hundreds and hundreds of new sound effects.
Hundreds and hundreds of new sound. You utter fucking liar. What bullshit.
Many different things to do. The way we control, adding in motion controls, and the whole control system is completely redone. So really, really took this, again, from a pretty cool mobile game now to an absolute, platform game that people just absolutely love. Can't wait for people to play that one. There's another Moon Patrol, Dynablast, a Rigid Force. Oh, and the last one, Biplane. So if any original Intellivision fans out there remember the game Triple Action, well, that was such a fun game. It had a really great battle tanks.
All we seem to have of this is just 2 tiny planes flying about on a big screen. Is that it? That may have flown, if you pardon the expression, 40 years ago. But it won't fucking fly now. Oh, God. It's just bullshit.
It had biplanes and then a kind of a crappy auto racing thing, which was really bad. But I split out 2 of the games out of Triple Action. One's biplanes, and the other one is was Battle Tank. So they're their own. They deserve their own games, and this one's
Yeah, it's trying to sell you the same thing twice, basically.
really in depth. So many different ways to play this one,
Yeah, you can loop the loop, or you can loop the loop the other way, and so many ways to loop the loop.
this is another one. I really enjoyed the artwork. This was actually the very first one we did. This was the very first art we did. And me and Mike Dietz and the artist who did this, I don't remember the names off the top of my head. He's a friend of Mike's, though. We went back and forth a lot, getting the scarf just right, and
Why? This is lies. Hundreds and hundreds of sound effects for Evel Knievel. You don't get hundreds of sound effects even in a AAA game. The WRC10 I mentioned. It's a great game for playing driving the car, but the sound of the engine just sounds like a bee farting inside a tin. There aren't hundreds and hundreds of sound effects for that. It's just basically just one, maybe two, I don't know, but just pretty much just one sound effect of the bee farting in a tin can. So he said he's going to redesign and redesign and redesign that fucking scarf. Anyone who believes that needs to hang their head in shame.
even the facial expressions and the
What? Bullshit. What? You can't see him. He could be sticking his tongue out and you couldn't see him.
wanting the blimp in there. And then once we had these amazing arts, Mike Dietz and Ed Schofield, who's been, again, an original Disney Aladdin, Earthworm Jim guy. We've worked together 30 years. He also works full-time at Intellivision now also. But we started the layering process to get that 3D card. Really, really special. And all of the unboxings I've seen, it's so, and even when I take the 3D card, and I put it in front of people, it doesn't do it justice. And anyone who will hold...
Have you realised this is an unboxing with just literally no unboxing going on?
Hold it in their hand. Putting it on camera just doesn't do it justice. You got to hold it in your hand. It's really incredible. Anyway.
Yeah, he's trying to get you to buy the thing that because he's got 40,000 left of them to sell. He wants you to buy them. Don't buy them. Do not give this idiot your money.
That's a little bit of unboxing and some more.
That was nothing. There was no sort of unboxing at all.
More information on the games. We're actually going to be doing a bunch of in-depth gameplay videos.
When?
Coming up soon. Oh, I should probably put that.
Coming up soon. Yeah, soon. A likely story.
Down. We love PlayStation 5. I haven't played it in a long time, though, but I'm looking forward to all this stuff. Anyway, we can't wait to share with people a lot more in-depth gameplay videos. And those are going to be coming soon. So make sure you join the Intellivision YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching. I know I didn't actually open up the boxes, but for those of you who don't know, there's well, I should open one, shouldn't I? Jeez, what am I thinking? Okay, let me open one. Okay, where's the, should I open it with my teeth?
Just open it with all the dollars that people have sent you. So you can just fashion those into a knife, or use the dollars that you spent on that Fifth Element pin to open them up. But that wasn't cheap.
For those of you who may not have seen the boxes, I'm going to open Moon Patrol. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, so...
There's no manuals in these because the games aren't completed, if they've even started them.
There we go, the shrink wrap. I want to try to keep as many as in shrink wrap as possible. These are the only copies I have now. I've given all my other ones away. So...
Well, there's 40,000 more left, so I'm sure you can buy those.
You open it up, and there it is. This looks like the old Intellivision cartridge. This is the actual RFID card. I don't know if people noticed this or not, but We actually changed this. See, it says tap card to RFID, and you can see, it shows you Amico and where the RFID is, and it shows you tapping. So we actually changed that. I haven't seen anyone mention that yet because it used to say insert cartridge to line or something like that. I forget what it originally said, but we changed that, and I haven't heard one Intellivision fan mention that. Oh my God, they changed the words there, and
maybe it says something different. Maybe maybe one of the variants is that some idiot, who's earning like about tuppence an hour, has just put fuck off with the RFID shit. Who cares? I'm leaving tomorrow to get a proper job. That's probably what it says.
all the Intellivision cartridges back in the day, like all the action games were red, all the sports games were blue. So when you open Evel Knievel, that cartridge is blue. The educational games were orange. So, if you open the Brain Duel one, that'll be orange. So we kind of kept some of the original Intellivision stuff, which is really neat. But anyway, yeah, so this is the card. I like the little screws on the back there. Really, really came out great. And we went through a bunch of different iterations of this card as well. It looks dimensional, doesn't it? But one of the things we didn't know, like,
yeah, one dimensional.
Should we do a matte finish? Should we do a glossy finish? So we did a bunch of different finishes, and you'll see that
Again, he's reinventing the wheel, and it's kind of like it's like the last episode of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when the marketing team that they meet have created, they've built the wheel. They've actually invented the wheel. It looks like shit. It's not a proper circular wheel. It's just like a sort of hexagonal thing. And when they complain, when Arthur and Ford complain that it's just useless as a wheel, their only defense on that is, well, you tell us what color it should be, because they're thinking more about how it looks than its function, and that's what he's doing. He's just thinking more about what can we do just to make this look, give it this look or that look, without actually wondering whether we should be dealing with it at all, whether we should just have something with an actual function to it. It's just bullshit.
We kind of settled somewhere in between because that's what it kind of looks like. The original cartridge kind of looked like that because the glossy was too gloss and the matte was too dull, and the graphics and the colors didn't show up as good. So yeah, we went back and forth a bunch of times. Really happy with what we got here. So that's this. We're really happy with how that came out. And then here's the coin for Moon Patrol. Shows the ship jumping there, right? Very cool. Look at that. So neat. And then
But there's chocolate inside.
so everyone has its own coin, and then whoop, you turn it around, and there's the Running Man. Look at that. And
but how much they cost to make? If you're getting them in bulk of 50,000 tuppence.
I have all the different frames of animation of the Running Man all around the sides. All that was my idea, to put all of the different I think there's 8 frames of animation around there, but yeah, super cool. I don't know if I can get that stay in focus, but yeah, so that's the collector's coin. And then this isn't gonna show up good, but when you see it in person, it's just like, yeah, every video I've seen of it, it doesn't do it justice at all. But it's
just basically the kind of thing you used to get free in cereal boxes in the 80s. That's all it is. Something you used to get free, now you get you have to pay $20 for. Good Lord.
Really, it jumps out at you. You all know
it doesn't jump out at you. It's just kind of flickers back and forth because that's what these cards do.
When you see those.
But it looks like when someone puts a picture on Facebook and tries to make it a 3D image, and when it really doesn't need to be 3D, and it just looks an absolute bloody mess. It's kind of like that.
bookmarks or stuff that you see, and it's like jumps out. By the way, there's two different ways to do. Well, there's a couple different ways to do lenticular cards. This is not the animation one, and we went back and forth actually. Originally, we were planning on doing animation for this, where so like you would hold the card like this, and then or like this, and the vehicle would jump and it would be an explosion and stuff. We tried that and it just didn't look as good. And so we went back and forth, and I have versions of the cards that we did that it just didn't look good. But man, the way the 3D, so we decided to go with just a stagnant shot in 3D. I know it looks like it's moving, but it doesn't in real life. But it just jumps out at you really cool. So these just looked a lot better. Of course, if you turn them around, we have little some statistics and stuff,
and and Star Fox text and Lilac Wars and all the rest of it, and yeah, so it's just a bit of random text. It doesn't really matter what's on there because they've not finished the game yet.
On there about the game, some fun facts and a little storyline and stuff. Yeah, and yeah. So I know a lot of people were seeing if that was going to be Star Fox, but you were wrong. Anyway.
Well, we know that's not the case on that. It's on the game. So he's just dismissing the fact that there was Star Fox text in the game. He's just sort of laughing it off. And of course, he's Amico cult. They will just accept that.
So that's the other thing I can show you too. This is all UV spotted. See that? So it really just kind of makes it shine. We did that with the logo as well. We did it with the front covers, but not all of the front cover, just the colorful stuff. You see, well, this is a bad example because this one is all actually, but some of them, like I think Brain Duel, and some of them, like we kept the whites dull. We didn't shine them up, so it just makes it look a little more dimensional.
Anyone know what he's talking about? I'm lost there.
The Moon Patrol is in you can see that glossed out, as well as the logo, and then the screenshots here are also glossed out. You can see and the Moon Patrol name there. So just a little little touches that make the artwork pop and do little different things like that. So there you go. One last thing I want to mention. So biplanes, there was, if you'll notice, if you look at all the games, they have Moon Patrol. You see how the font.
Yes, because you forgot to put biplanes in bold font. That's what happened there.
Is thick like that. It bolded. Biplanes, we accidentally forgot.
Yeah, because this is how much care and attention is going into these things. That's why your coins and your RFID cards end up upside down. Because there's no care and attention. The quality control, I thought they just had the afternoon off or the day off. They've just not even bothered turning up, have they? Maybe that's a position you're still trying to fill.
To bold the text. And it was already, we didn't notice it until we got them in. And totally, it slipped by about 7 or 8 different people. We just, because, you kind of look at them individually. So, you look at this and you go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, and every little TM and circle R and every little darn thing that's on there. And then, you look at this and that's bolded there. And okay, yeah, it all looks good. Is biplane spelled correctly? Yeah, it is. You go through all that stuff. But then when we got them all together, we're like, wait a second. So we've actually fixed this. So again, I guess this will end up being a variant someday as well.
It's not a variant. It's just mass incompetence on a grand scale.
Because all of the biplanes that'll come after this, not the limited collector's editions. So only the limited collector's editions will have biplanes not bolded.
Because it's a fuck up.
So there you go. Anyway, thanks for spending a half hour with me. That was way too long, I know. But appreciate it. And yeah. that's all I got to say for now. And we're going to be doing a lot more in television.
God, I just realised in the background there, obviously got Leela there. We've got fucking Lara Croft there. He's got a life-size Lara Croft behind him. How much did that cost? Fucking hell. This is where your money's going. You're paying $150 for a pack of 8 of these shitty things. And it's going on sex dolls for Tommy. Tommy has sex dolls of Leela and Lara Croft. That's where your money's going. Sex dolls. Tommy and his sex dolls.
Videos and gameplay videos coming up here really soon. Want to get people excited as we go into the holidays and things like that. So thank you so much. Is this where I say like and subscribe and hit the bell and all that stuff? I don't know. Do whatever you want. I don't really do much on this channel. I should do.
Why did he put this on his channel? Why did he not put it on the Intellivision channel? Dodgy.
More, but yeah, I appreciate you listening, and I'll see you later. Thanks.
So there we go. Yeah. We'll leave Tommy to his sex dolls. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Comment below, let me know what you think. In the meantime, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all notifications, share it around everywhere. And yeah, I'm just at a loss. Tommy and his sex dolls. So yeah, I'm lost. I'm lost. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And cue Genesis.